company and get them to show me how to do it. So that's why, Linda, I haven't answered you.
Okay. So I did have a question about capstone. Ion told me to ask you about capstone.
When did he do that?
The last Tuesday.
When I was talking about air.
When I was talking about the pyramid.
Yeah.
And he was, it struck me about, making it more like a spiral, like the Legos that goes up to the top. And he goes, ask Bob about the capstone.
Okay, do you know what the capstone is?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I was realizing that, new capstone is what you call your LLC, right? So
right, but you go to howionic.com, you see a picture of the pyramid with an orange circle above the pyramid, not touching the pyramid. That's the capstone. And you don't see that when you go to Egypt. You don't see a circle or something floating above the pyramid.
Oh.
So that's what we're going to bring that back.
Okay, how are you going to do that?
I don't know. Well, I'm just the boss, I'm the one who decides when we do things. Like I said, okay, we're all ready. We can do it, Bob. When do we do it? I said, well, it's weekend, Monday. And then some country gets wiped out because I didn't do it right away. And then on Monday we deal with the news fallout. And then I say, okay, do it. Yep. I make the decisions of when things happen. That's all I have to do, I think, so far.
But you don't know what the capstone really is?
No, I have no way of retrieving it. Ian has not told me how to make it or how to do it. They do it all.
Okay.
So that's what it is. Somehow it's going to come back.
Okay.
Maybe it's up to me the when, because he doesn't know what time it is, so he doesn't know if it's the right time or not. He just knows how to make it.
But it's supposed to be made out of gold, right?
No, I don't know. Did he say that?
I thought that was. I heard that way back when.
Oh, it might have been. I don't remember everything that Ian says. I rely on you people to point it out. So when Ian says, "Boss, do we do the capstone?" Well, let me run that by the audience in tailgate. You find out, maybe Bert knows something. I run it by the board. That's right. I run it by the board. Then they tell me stuff I didn't notice, and then I make a decision.
I think that Ian told Linda to ask you, though, Bob.
Yeah.
About the capstone.
Ask me. I just explained what the capstone is. She didn't know what it was.
Okay.
Right, Linda?
Yeah, you just said go on howionic.com.
Yeah, look at the design. It has a red sun above the pyramid. And you go to Egypt, you don't see that.
Right.
Just a dull pyramid, nothing above it. And
well,
I don't know.
I thought because your company is New Capstone Incorporated that maybe it had to do with the products, but I don't know.
It may, but
could be about the white stone. Could be the keystone.
Yeah, it could be the effect of the white stone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, well, maybe I'll have to ask Guy about
Look, the goddamn fuckers, they made the living water and didn't tell me. And I show up there on July 3rd and they give it to me. Wow, look at this. Oh, it happened. Hey, good work, guys. You're great employees. I don't know how they did it. Well, no, I know how they did it. But can't talk about that. But I didn't know they had done it. I mean, I thought I was so clueless when they gave me the drink. I thought it was a wine or something because it was in a wine glass. I didn't expect it to be living water. I don't think.
Did it taste like water, or was it thicker or thinner? What was the viscosity of it? Different?
Yeah, I don't, you're talking to me. What do I notice? It just tasted good. That's about all I noticed.
Oh, okay.
It had a nice sugar after image or sweetness to it. Then they pointed out to me that it bubbles differently when you turn it upside down. I wouldn't have noticed that. I've never noticed bubbles, and so I take their word it looks different. I don't have much human knowledge in my head. You have to realize, I'm not human, so I don't notice human stuff.
Yeah, what are you actually if you're not human?
I won't tell me.
The dark soul.
He won't fucking tell you. He finally admitted I have the dark soul. What's that? It's a cartoon guy all on with a black head, like Ed draws. That's pretty incredible. Those cartoons are being made because James Curtis channeled Walter the end of May 2008 when we're on our way to Maui. We moved to Maui, and we spent 2 weeks in L.A. before we flew to Maui. And one time we went and visited a friend of Bowart. He had died, and then Bowart came through James, and we talked for like 5 hours. And then there was a bit of after residue. We were driving home, and James says, "Oh, Walter's come through again." He says, "In 100 years, there's going to be all these cartoons and things about you, cartoons and paintings." Well, it didn't take 100 years, and that was before Ion. There was no. I just assumed, oh, okay, everybody will they'll appreciate what I did on CKLN or something.
That's kind of how I found Ion. I was on Project Avalon, and there was an interview that James Martinez did.
Yeah.
Yeah. About
that a lot of people came. Well, 5 people or something. That's how they discovered us at the beginning.
Yeah.
The first
that's
wave.
how I discovered it. Yeah.
And I
got the same.
Who just said that?
I did, Linda. Yeah, that's the same thing.
That was years ago?
Yeah, that was back in 2012 when I found out about it. It was Cider Somerset. Is that the link that you went on?
Yep. Yeah. Cider Somerset brought me in. Well, him.
So he posted, but it happened in 2008.
Yeah, the interview I saw with James was before that, and then I think Cider Somerset kind of linked it up with you, and then I saw I saw your interview that you were walking along the path talking about how Ion just came, that.
You mean that Bill Turk or Willie Benign made. That was in 2010, Remembrance Day. But okay, James got interviewed, but Ion must have been here. That must have been 2009. It was like November 30th or something, 2009.
Could be.
Which we would have just started doing Ion on October 21st, 2009 on his show. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if it was the year before, I was just doing the 9 months of Bob, destroying the economy. That's from July to March. Then Ion showed up. So then we don't go on Chief Radio till October. So it might have been November 2009 when James got interviewed and people started coming in. They saw that. Then you guys see it 3 years later because Cider Somerset brought it back. Yeah.
And then I got the link to Achieve through somehow Cider Somerset, or maybe through if I search James Martinez or something. But that was the link. Do you ever hear from him?
Yes, and those people never paid attention to us, Linda, as far as we know.
Yeah, I know.
They're still going strong, I think.
He's still, I just checked it out to go back and figure out when I first got on to your site, and he's still on Project Avalon, so he hasn't really progressed much.
Somerset?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay, Linda, I coughed, so I missed your last sentence. You went there and checked it just now, and what happened?
I checked it yesterday, and I haven't been on there for years, and he's still on there.
Who, Cider Somerset?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean his message, or he's still interacting with them?
He's still interacting with them, so he's still.
Yeah, he doesn't come in. He used to come here. He never returned with Ion.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, I find that really odd because he was so gung ho about Ion and the whole thing, and everybody, you've got to see this guy. You've got to Bob, and then he just kind of walked.
Yeah, he would always show up in the morning. Time in England, his timing was he'd show up at the end of Ion, end of the show, after we'd have a break in the middle of the night. So he'd come back late in the morning, Sunday, and say a few things, and then the show would be over. He never made an effort to come any other time.
I get the impression he never got the drops or the products or anything. I just got that impression that he never bothered going.
Yeah, I went through some of his posts about it, and he wouldn't take the drops. He was suspicious of them.
Yeah,
he's an idiot, and and so you're saying he's still on there talking to the idiots, Kelly and them. That's ridiculous.
He's still in. Yeah,
and they're ridiculous, but
Bill
they're
Ryan,
just in there to survive or to have money or something. What?
I got really fed up with them, like same as Linda. It was years and years. I mean, I still am on there.
You mean you would see him on Avalon? Or whatever it is, Camelot?
Yeah, Avalon.
You mean you would go in there the last few years and see him?
No. Well, I go, like every couple of years, I'd look to see what's going on. I go, oh, yuck. But 10 years ago or so, let me see, 2009, 10, 11, I think I was kind of really active on Project Avalon. And then,
me too.
And then after I discovered you, that was like no more. It was like I was, beyond them now. That was ridiculous to listen to it.
Well, we took you say it was ridiculous. Yeah,
what is that?
We did what?
Well, that's a good question. What were you interested in? What did we do? We're fucking ridiculous in the end too.
I know.
But we have products.
We have
Dr. Dean.
You had Rena.
You have Ion. You have Ion.
Well, it means you like them, even though you might not be able to understand them or keep up with them. But yeah, we have Ion. But how come they don't appreciate it? They're so people are really stupid. I agree with those people who say, why aren't there millions of people on here? I'm glad there aren't, but still, how could you not be interested in Ion, for fuck's sake? Who can talk that much for 12 hours? Just look at the reality that goes on here.
Yep.
I agree. Linda does too, I'm sure.
Yeah,
she knows
for
what
sure.
it's like on Avalon.
Yeah.
It's like they have a cliche image of what's spiritual, and Ion violates that the way Ion talks.
Yes.
Yeah, people like Sarah drives a lot of people away. Yeah, I know that. Especially 5 years ago when she was fucking talking Finneganese and not even noticing that nobody was listening.
We were listening.
Well, we weren't responding. We just let her babble. So, yeah, it's a amazing phenomenon. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
So James Martinez is James Curtis, and he's on.
He owes me money.
Oh, yeah, I know. And you went to his house.
I banged on his hotel. Where I thought he might be 2 a.m. Lucky I didn't get shot. That was a stupid thing to do.
Didn't Ian say he's living under a bridge or something now?
Yeah. Yep. You remember when he made commercials for RNA drops? It was a secret to life, and he just dropped it He didn't live up to his commercials. He didn't carry on.
Yeah, a lot of people.
What, Sarah? A lot of people.
A lot of people do that. Like Matthew Hurtado.
Yeah, he's made a new change. He's dropped something. He's announced something. He's changed. Hey, Carolyn, what did Matthew announce the other day? What's his new change?
Oh no, he's tithing. That's what Ian keeps saying.
No, he's been tithing for a while.
Asking for your change.
I think his wife left him.
What'd you say, Loyette?
I think his wife left him.
No, Sabrina's still with him, right, Carol? Yeah. They have a third kid now.
Oh my God.
Oh, he's going into crypto again.
What, cryptocurrency?
Yeah.
What, he's telling people to invest in it, or?
Yeah. Tell people to invest in crypto, bet on sports games, and buy assets that produce residual income.
Okay, so what was it? Didn't he announce that he's fed up running a ministry?
Yeah,
he's running a ministry?
Oh, yeah, that's his whole tithing. He's an evolved guru, and he changes every year, say. He does some new scams. So the latest was he was the head of a church, and you had to tithe him. That was the issue. That was the principle number one, tithing. That's what I makes fun of. So he seems to have stopped that. Now he's a broker for cryptocurrency. I mean, the guy is fucking nuts. You know, his changes are pretty ridiculous.
I get his emails too, but I don't read them. I just see them there.
Yeah. So, Carolyn, you want to read it, Carolyn, the beginning? How does he announce it?
I'll forward this.
I think you forwarded it to me, but forward it again. What?
Did you drink your thing?
Yeah.
Okay, I forwarded it.
Okay, so she forwarded it to me. Let's see what he says.
The second one first.
Second one first.
What are you doing, Bob? You can't be in your email.
So he says, it's titled, Online Businesses Are Way Too Complicated and Suppressed, ? Online businesses.
The second one. Read the other one first.
The Science of Attracting True Love? Okay, so ? Carolyn, he addresses Carolyn. I'm not proud of my past. I used to be an exotic dancer in my early to mid-20s. But
I am not laughing. Just say no.
But that's what it took to... things are popping up. Just a second. But that's what it took to force me on a quest to find God. During this tenure, I got to see the good, bad, and the ugly of personalities. Many of them in committed relationships. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, right? I became disheartened and said, I'll never marry. In my estimation, it always led to one heartbreak after another. But loneliness got the best of me, and a sudden insight changed everything. In that moment, I made a decision that I'd manifest true love consciously. I had 2 eating disorders at the time, so my intent was to allow love and heal myself. I began doing something very weird, a process I'll be teaching my students on September 30th in our first class. My technique for matching vibration with the exact romance you desire. Within a few weeks, love walked into my life. The exact matching vibration, and guess what? It was during this relationship that I healed. Fast forward, I wanted to manifest a life partner, to have a family. Okay, so He's not talking. So the first one that healed him is not Sabrina, Carol?
No, Sabrina. Sabrina.
So he says, I wanted to manifest a life partner to have a family. I did the same technique, and within a few short weeks, I met Sabrina. See, that's the second person, unless he's grammatically fucked up here. Sabrina Jean. As you know, she's the mother of my 3 children. I couldn't have done a better job at manifesting anything in this lifetime. Well, we know a lot differently about his relationship. But it was simple, easy, and fun. So if you're lonely and ready to snuggle up with someone this winter, not just another kid,
it
not
does
just
not
another
say
kid.
that.
What'd you say? What are you saying, Sarah?
You are making that up.
No, I'm not. You think I'm making this up?
It says that if you're lonely and ready to snuggle
That's what it says.
with
Snuggle up with someone this winter. ... Not just another Tinder date or Dobbs groupie, but a true soulmate. My online workshop, How to Manifest Your Forever Love Now, is for you.
Wow.
Jeez. Here's the full scoop. I'm not going to click on that. He calls himself the Minister of Allowing. Allow Ministries. There's his ripoff of us.
Yeah.
So, P.S. I reveal quite a bit of controversial things about my past for a specific reason. Life takes us on journeys to all our destinations for God's purposes, and self-love is one of those master lessons to learn. You will learn self-love in this 4-week online workshop. And he doesn't notice that, Carolyn Dean, he's sending this email to Carolyn Dean. He doesn't pay attention to who's on his fucking email list.
I get him and he calls me Loyette. Hey, Loyette, please look at this. I get the same.
Yeah, well, he has Carolyn. He addressed Carolyn, but that's automatic.
That's why I'm laughing. Manifest your real love, Carolyn.
He told me yesterday that he had a...
Yeah, he's got a different email address, Carolyn, or something.
My full name in my...
Yeah, it has help at Dr. Carolyn Dean. That's the email, and he doesn't notice that. I mean, I don't think you would send it to Carolyn. And Carolyn doesn't tell him so she can see what he's doing. Now, will someone tell Matthew that?
Of course. Someone will. I'm thinking his book. Remember, I read that not too long ago. It pretty much, that little letter right there is pretty much a summary of his book, except for it doesn't mention that the process is meeting with Ion, having a session with Ion.
Okay, I'm missing what you're saying, Sarah. I was distracted. You're saying what? Are you adding something to what we said?
Well, the newsletter, we'll say, that you just read, basically sounds like a summary of the first book in the Ascension trilogy. Except for...
that he wrote?
Yeah, correct. Because that's debatable, but he inspired a ghostwriter too, right?
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Okay, so you're saying it sounds like what he wrote in his book years ago.
Yes, this is what he says is his biography, or it should be autobiography, and then he basically says all this stuff, exactly the same things, but what would it be, like the frequency adjustment or what attraction thing? That just is filled in with Ion, meeting with Ion.
So you're saying his ideology is not pure Ion? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying the newsletter is the same, but he's proposing that he has this process. Now, if you read the book, it sounds like the whole life story, exactly the same thing laid out. But in the book, he credits
Ion
interacting with Ion, and now he's saying he has a process. Right.
But he's using Ion. He calls himself Allow Ministries.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's clearly like
Relax and allow.
It's a little frustrating, and it's a little funny.
Yeah, how's it frustrating?
Because it's so ridiculous. Because I just read that book, and it took about 2 hours. It wasn't that long ago. And I'm thinking, like, it was just an elaboration of what you just read.
Yeah.
And it came out, what, like,
2010 or so?
It feels ridiculous to say that it came out. His book was published, and it's just all pure crap.
Yeah, right. He's very crappy. I'd love to fucking embarrass him in front of his people.
Does he have, I mean, I don't.
Do you think he really has customers?
People?
What'd you say, Loyette?
Do you think he really has customers?
He has a few, I think.
Maybe from Project Avalon.
Yeah. But he's got a few testimonials up somewhere. He put a little book out. He's got another little book out or something. And it's got a few comments, I think, on Amazon.
All
right,
I
Carol?
know is I've never met him, so I can't be sure he's a real person. That's basically what it comes down to.
So, Matthew, we saw testimonials. He's got a book out on Amazon, a new book.
I don't know.
Yeah, I saw a couple people saying they liked it, changed their life.
No, hey, this is old.
His old books. Can't even bother looking up, but I'd like to confront him, but we're not allowed to. You got anybody figure out why we're not allowed to confront him?
Well,
Ian told you not to?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he'll hurt himself.
That's right.
Oh, Matthew will hurt himself.
Mhm.
Oh.
And ain't nobody got time for that. He's just throwing.
Yeah, Ian said that he would hurt himself, and then we'd be stuck with the bullshit about it. We caused it. That was said a few years ago. He would commit suicide, so we never did anything, and we still hold to that, though we don't talk about it anymore.
Maybe financial suicide.
No, literally. That's what we didn't want on our hands.
That's why I don't. There's so much.
I'll say that
there's so many
Matthew,
triggering, funny words.
If you're listening,
jokes.
we've been very nice to you, Matthew. We didn't bother you because you would kill yourself, but it was purely selfish. We didn't want the bad publicity. That's why we didn't tell you to kill yourself, Matthew. And when he was doing, if you go see his videos on YouTube, his tithing phase last year, he's just talking, and it's a combination of Ion stuff, maybe some the other people, Abraham's, and then his own bullshit. It's just a collage of stuff, and Christian stuff too. Yeah, like he's
Barnum like.
Well, lousy. I mean, he's so ridiculous. You have to be a pretty lost person to respond. And then would you ever find out where he's getting it from? I mean, I gave him words to talk. It's like Linda said, "Thank you, Bob. I now can speak again. You gave me words." Remember that, Linda?
That's right.
Yes, I do. And it's true.
I know, and I was saying to Karen the other day, the first wave of Ionauts, maybe even new people now, but they talk, when they talk, like Tina, they just use Ion phrases. So they didn't have any vocabulary for years. And then they developed a bit of a vocabulary by just repeating Ion words. So we gave them words. And you have to be pretty bad not to have any words. But they weren't intellectuals. They didn't read, I don't think. They just didn't have words. they didn't know what to say about reality or themselves. Then Ion gave these people stuff, or he just said words and people would say them. Like you hear Tina go, "Not so much." She'd have all these phrases that that was her only vocabulary. You weren't that bad, were you, Linda?
No.
But you sort of valued your words, and you said, "I don't know what to think about what's going on. I have no opinion. Everybody else is dumb too. I don't know any smart people." Then you start listening to us, and then you got a few phrases. So then you had things to say.
No, it wasn't like that. It was like I would have these epiphanies, and I would have this resonant knowing. It was like a state of knowing, but not with content. It was just a state of being where I wasn't in my head and I was just present, and then things would come to me. And there was a resonant, a centeredness to that. And all these
before Ion, you'd have epiphanies before Ion, but had no way to talk about it.
No way to talk about it because there was no frame of reference for it. So I went back to the university to see if anything resonated with my own knowing, and just came up against, the dogmas and couldn't find, other people that were able to language what my knowing was. So
right. And that's before 2012, before you found us in Camelot.
Right.
That's pretty neat. So then you heard us, and then you could say, well, you felt the words that I used were accurate.
I felt the resonance of what Ion's voice was. You can't really understand Ion, of course, but on another level you can. And because of the resonance of his voice and because of his breadth and depth of knowledge about every single thing, it became more real to me. And then I felt like that resonance that I was feeling inside was being matched by something on the outside.
By Ion.
Right.
Frequency matching.
Yeah.
Well, you mean that something outside of yourself, Ion, validated your inner feeling experience?
Yes. Right.
So, how would you... Beg your pardon? You never did...
I said that's the first time I ever experienced anything on the outside resonating with my own knowing.
So, when you say you can't understand Ion, might be a better way. Ion does wrap off words fast in clauses that you don't expect, and then you have to re-listen or something. But also, Ion doesn't give you a conclusion to say that you then work your way back to how to get to the conclusion or how to say stuff. So Ion is incomplete in a way. Not that you understand parts of it, but you don't come to a conclusion as part of traditional understanding.
Right.
Which I think is good. It's very modern, very Finnegans,
Very much so.
Well, it's not like you can come up with patterns and you can't connect the dots. As soon as you think you have something, aha moments, and okay, I think I got it, and then it shifts and changes. So you can't really hold on to
other
anything.
words, other factors that you didn't know about, and so that puts what you thought you knew in check. What you thought you learned from Ion gets checked often, checkmated, or he's going to say the opposite.
Right.
And sometimes you don't realize it until 2 weeks later. You go, oh, my God, this is happening right now, and this is matching what he told me 2 weeks ago.
Right. I remember Joyce, Rejoice, he called her. He suddenly said something, which I can't remember, but it was counter the cliche she'd been learning from Ion. And And it could have been something like, oh, Ian said, we're not here to make you happy. And she goes, what? You know, I remember her voicing concern. I don't know if it was right away, but she really didn't understand. What? I thought we were supposed to get happy. You know, something basic that Ian suddenly said something the opposite, sort of threw her.
Maybe
I remember Lynn Foch at one time she was asking questions and Ian was saying the opposite of what she thought Ian had been saying, and she was quite shocked by that.
Yeah, that's another person that was like very gung ho.
Yeah,
very much.
She was a long distance Olympic level runner.
Yeah, but do you hear from her? I mean,
no, she went to Boise, Idaho, and to hang out with Trina, something like that, because her husband traveled around being a doctor in different places. So they ended up in Boise, maybe. And I don't know if Trina was listening. Next time she's on, ask her, where's Lynn Foch? But I think Ion became too complicated, because that was when we started doing the science and getting into stuff like the hypothalamus in 2015 or ligaments. So. What?
It was rebuilding ligaments that she was like, no, I'm not doing this anymore.
How do you know?
I don't want to talk about, because I remember.
She didn't like, Ion told her how to rebuild ligaments?
No. Ion was saying, well, what if you had to do that? And then she started to get like a new perspective of things. And then she kind of went more in gung-ho direction of her zip line thing. Because before that, it was all about rebuilding your body and thriving and discovery. Like she had these buzzwords. Then she'd attach ionisms to them. But then
she was trying to market a product. I think she wanted Carolyn to help her market some products that she had done or found.
And Carolyn did. Carolyn was like, I'm in my tower. Just giving a shout out.
Carolyn never helped her with her products. Carolyn never teamed up with her. What? What'd you just say? You agree?
Who, me?
Yeah, Sarah. You.
No. I think Carolyn did her a wonderful favor in talking about this tower thing that, I don't know, helps you align your... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was very gracious of Carolyn. That was a good
but she wanted Carolyn to do other things with her or something, and it just became too many requests, so Carolyn just ignored them. And so she faded out. I think she found someone else to help her sell stuff.
What are you talking about me about?
No, Lynn Foch. She wanted you to team up with her products.
So did people come in at that time?
And Sarah says that you did honor them one time and promote them or say something about them, but you didn't continue. Remember, she wanted to make some stuff, and then she found someone that did make stuff that she could, But the practicality of her time became more important. Right, Carol?
I don't know.
Carol says, I don't know.
What is Amway?
Our fire alarm needs to be...
Hey, Sarah just asked, what is Amway?
I need to get this down. Like I need a chart of how you can do different
look it up. Google it. What do you
really?
mean? Why don't you Google it?
Okay, I will.
It's the biggest fucking multi-marketing. It's the original multi-marketing thing from 50 years ago or something.
I think this.
It's like asking, what is the United States? We're going to get post-millennials going. What's a country? What's a country? They live in the global membrane. Yeah, it's very simple.
Bob?
No, it's not simple. To ask what Amway is very uninformed, but I guess you guys never heard about it.
I have.
No, I mean Sarah, young people.
Oh.
Do you know what Amway is, Jermaine?
Amway, AMWAY.
Yeah.
Is it like a store, I think, or a credit union?
Did you say authority? What was your first word? Authority?
A store.
Store?
Right?
A store?
No, see, even Jermaine doesn't know. See, the millennials don't know. They never heard of Amway.
Because it's a pyramid system thing, right? Is that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Multi-marketing.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Sort of like Herbalife and all that stuff.
Or like Avon or Mary Kay.
Yeah, Mary Kay.
I'm just thinking, do people come in thinking they're going to Mary Kay the products? And then when they can't, or they can't exploit them like that, they're like, oh, I've got to do other things.
Right. They got to get a job.
Also, it's a catalog, right? And catalog based, and they sell a bunch of stuff, like from toothpaste to makeup. Is that what it is?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
Well, I just wanted to Google Amway and get the Wikipedia, but it takes me to the big corporation right away. So I better write Amway Wiki, see what comes up. Amway, Wikipedia. Look at this. It's an American multi-level marketing company that sells health, beauty, and home care products. The company was founded in 1959. By J. Van Andel and Richard DeVos. You recognize the second name?
Whoa. DeVos?
Yeah,
Whoa.
Betty DeVos. I remember hearing about that. Her husband made billions, and she now is the Minister of Education, or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Ian said that she was going to move it towards self-ascension. Education would become ascension-oriented, and everybody thought she's the stupidest person ever and was not qualified. They reported, Amway and its sister companies under Alticor reported sales of $8.8 billion in 2018. It conducts business through a number of affiliated companies, more than 100 companies and territories. See? They're the original multi-marketing thing. It has been investigated in various countries and by institutions such as the Federal Trade Commission for alleged pyramid scheme practices.
Alleged?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
Well, anyway.
49.
It came into my head that people look at RNA sometimes when they're coming in, and they think that they're going to have Ion and Carolyn and you, Bob, and they're going to have all these little parts of you guys, and they're going to sell them off like that.
Yeah.
Like build your own business around these products and these people.
Which may be why Ion acts ridiculous a lot of the time, just to keep them away.
Yeah.
So in 49, DeVos and Van Andel formed the Jarry Corporation, abbreviated from their respective first names, to import wooden goods from South American countries. After the Chicago seminar, they turned it into a Nutrilite distributorship. In addition to profits on each product sold, Nutrilite offered commissions on sales made by new distributors introduced to the company by existing distributors, a system known as multi-level marketing or network marketing. By 1958, DeVos and Van Andel had built an organization of more than 5,000 distributors. However, they and some of their top distributors formed the American Way Association, or Amway, in April '59, in response to concerns about the stability of Nutrilite and in order to represent the distributors and look for additional products to market. The first product was called Frisk, a concentrated organic cleaner developed by a scientist in Ohio. They bought the rights to that. They changed it to Liquid Organic Cleaner. That was the new name. This will be us. I end up.
Change the
the last multi-marketing company formed, and it obliterated everybody else. They are the last multi-marketing thing standing, and nobody knows what they sell. They have a doctor who sort of sells
they won't sell it to you
products.
if you ask.
and her husband's a raving nut who's been in jail 5 times. This will be by 2050. Been jailed 5 times, but he always gets let off. He always is out within 15 minutes. Nobody knows how he gets out every time. Though some ancient followers of Babe Russell will say he's like Licio Jelly. He's a linchpin between normal reality and the Illuminati. And this is a common assumption that Dobbs is the Illuminati connection. How's that, Linda? Was that funny, Linda?
Yeah, that was funny.
You know, years ago, maybe.
Yeah, Linda's there writing down lines to make her next hit. She just takes lines from things I say.
Linda.
And you know, what's her name? Roseanne is not taking up the challenge. When you arrived on the world stage, I said, she's funnier than you, Roseanne. And Roseanne said, okay, fighting words, or something like that. But she never did anything. Yet.
She became a Facebook friend, though. She befriended me.
Of you?
Yeah.
Now, when did I become a Facebook friend of you? Do you know?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, because I just looked
ago?
at your Facebook page for the first time the other day, so I didn't know. If you try to become a friend of mine and I accept you, do I automatically become a friend of yours and can go to your site?
Yes. I have to confirm it.
Yeah, so I never go and ask for friendships, I don't think. Not much. So there's just people saying, let me be a friend, and I have to filter through them. There's a lot of people I don't, a lot of prostitutes I don't accept. But no, really, they're just prostitutes. They just present themselves that way. Or, you know, they're just intersex or something. And they always have sleazy guys. You know, when you look at their friends, they're always just local sleazy guys you can tell from Kansas or someplace.
Kansas.
What?
Kansas.
Yeah, Kansas. You know it?
Well, that's where I'm from there. I was born in Wichita.
Oh, that's why I don't think much of you. Okay.
No. Well, you know who else is from Kansas? Your buddy Dave Worcester. He's from Kansas.
Yes, but he was smart and he left it, and he didn't have much good to say about it. Everybody leaves Kansas.
When I was 13.
Yeah, you ever heard Zappa doing Kansas on Freakout, making fun of Kansas? Yeah. But what were you saying just before that?
Facebook.
Right. So there's just people. So, you know, Linda at some point asked to be my friend, I guess, and I said yes. Right, Linda? And then I had access to your page. But I'm not looking at everybody. When I accept them as a friend, I might go just look at it and see if they're a prostitute or not, or a girl, or an idiot. I get a feeling that they have lists of people who will friend anybody, and my name's out there because these people, they're usually just starting a website and Facebook, and they're trying to get friends. So I'm on their list. Is that true, Linda? Is that what's going on?
Yeah. I get a lot from military officers. You know, I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, I don't get that. I get, you know, women in Asia, Spain, always
other people
relatively good looking, but little off at some level. Maybe their imagery or what they post is off. Well, come on, say something.
I think I'm going to sign off.
Yeah, right when it's your turn to contribute something.
Oh, is it my turn? Oh,
yeah.
Okay, I'll think of something wild.
Can't be about yourself.
No, okay. I don't know. I think it's something wild. That's okay. I don't want to get into a deep discussion, and then I'll think of something later. Maybe I'll call in Saturday.
Okay, I was talking to Carolyn. What you're saying? You can't? You have nothing?
No, I'm not gonna. Yeah, nah. Not tonight.
So I was right. You had nothing to contribute.
I have nothing to contribute. Not tonight.
If it's not about yourself, you have a lot to contribute if we listen to your stories.
No, not really. I've got a lot of stuff. I asked about different stuff last time I called in, and Ion gave me some really important information. So.
Yeah, but it was all about your stuff, wasn't it?
No, it was about some information that I know Michael and Nick have been reading about Tartaria and different castles and star forts. They're like castles, only they're called star forts. Mm. And they're all over the world, and Ion gave me some really information about that. I didn't really go deep into it. I was just going to maybe call back in for more details about what he had said, but it was, he gave me some really good info on some questions that I had about it. Yeah. So I might call back in about that and some biblical stuff that I have questions about that he brought up some time ago about Esau and tribes and stuff like that, because I'm of a certain tribe, and it was very interesting.
Oh, wait a minute. Didn't you hear the stuff about the 10 tribes and they disappeared about 1,000 years before the Dead Sea Scrolls?
Yep, I heard that.
Yeah, so you don't have any tribes in you.
Good, but he said I was a Moabite, so he never talks about them except once in a while.
Okay, so maybe he means, since there's no time,
and it isn't so much about Moabites. It was about biblical. It was about Moses, and when he brought up Moses' wife, and then Moses' wife's father.
Then Roxy jumped in and stole it from you, right? Stole the topic.
Yeah, I wanted to ask about. He said Esau, and that Moses' wife's Zipporah, her father or his father, her father's father, was Esau, which was Jacob and Esau. The birthright was stolen from Esau with his younger brother. They were twins, but anyway.
No, he said they weren't twins.
They weren't twins?
Well, Ion says
they were born. Esau was born before Jacob, but I think they were twins or something. I don't know. I have to read up on it. Anyway, Esau was the oldest, but Jacob took the birthright because, anyway, I'll have to look it up again. But I just had some more questions about it because I just read some really wild stuff years ago about white people and melanated people and non-melanated people and the tribes and stuff, and I just want to get some clarification about it.
Yeah, so melanated means brown, right?
Kind of, yeah. There's non-melanated, which is, he said if you're not in the sun, you'll get clear, almost translucent white skin if you have no color on your skin, pigment.
That's non-melanated.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you got some interesting topics.
Yeah. I want to really ask about Esau because he was born with pink skin and red hair. He was red.
Right.
So I read some really interesting.
Hey, we forgot to talk to Dave.
Dave went to sleep. Are you asleep? Oh no, he's not sleeping. I took over I was on the phone here, and he went to sleep, and he was busy with his friends today. And you want to say hi?
So yeah, I said I didn't know him, so that discouraged it.
He says hi, Bob.
Yeah, did you tell him I don't remember him?
No.
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 You don't want to hurt his feelings.
That's when Bob asked if he was. Isn't he the real short guy that they met at the pizza shop?
Pardon?
No, it's interesting how I really don't remember him. Isn't that funny?
Carolyn will she'll remind you. Carolyn probably.
Yeah, she met him, or she remembers him, but.
I sent pictures. I took pictures of him and Carolyn, and I think us kind of standing there on the sidewalk. And
was he there with? He wasn't there with Jackie Kennedy.
Yeah, he was. Mhm.
Yeah, but he must have. He didn't say much, I guess.
Back. No, he didn't. In fact,
he's not involved with Iandom. He doesn't.
No.
He doesn't take me seriously.
It isn't so much that he's kind of a peripheral. He's a not yet. He's a not yet. He's he listens.
Tell him we ain't a fucking cult. It's silly. Not yet. We're not asking people to be committed. We're asking people to come in and argue their heads off. Disagree.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe if he.
See, you got to tell them this ain't a conversion, or there's no belief thing for you to attach to. So. It's not a valid excuse. Not yet. What the fuck? We're not waiting for him.
That was my play on word, Bob. That was that stupid word that I brought up.
I know, but he's not yet. Like, what? Look, if you're reasonably smart, you have a few questions on some level, you should ask Ion. Why not?
I will.
It's just as good as asking anybody else anything.
I will. Yeah.
No problem.
That's a good pitch, Bob.
What do you mean?
Why not ask Ion?
Yeah, what the hell?
As good as anyone else.
You can take them to water, but can't make them drink. You know what I mean?
Well, ask them. You should put them on, and I'll just tell them. I'll just explain what I just said to you. There's not a not yet.
You want to? All right, here we go. Dave, Bob wants to talk to you. Here, sit up.
Are you waking him up?
Yeah. Okay, you ready?
Well, no, I don't.
Oh, come on! Okay. You brought him. Here he is. Okay. Da da da. Here's Bob.
Thank you, Louette.
Hi, Dave. Say hi.
Hi, Bob.
Dave.
Hey, man.
Well, okay. Why wouldn't anybody, reasonable intelligence, ask Ian some questions? We're not asking anybody to believe anything about it.
Well, Ion's not there, is he?
No, you're safe.
Oh.
If I was here, you'd be fucked.
Safe.
You'd be smoked. No, just speak a little louder. You're too low.
Oh, okay, yeah. How's that? Better?
Yeah, but why wouldn't you be curious and come on the show at any point and ask Ian something?
Well, yeah, I can. I just, Lynette usually has that under control.
You what?
Yeah,
you don't have it under control? What'd you say?
No, Lynette's usually got it under, she kind of controls everything.
Well, don't let her. Does she tell you what she asks and the answer she gets?
Don't blame me.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Look at you, Dave. What the fuck's wrong with you? Look, this might be a unique source of information. You should check it out.
Yeah, it's true. I will.
Yeah, there's no reason not to talk to Ion. We not a cult. We don't even have beliefs to tell people to do.
Ion's just as good as talking to anyone else.
Yeah, like talking to your bus stop guy when you go to get on the bus, you know.
Sure. Yeah, no, I'll gladly join in if I ever get the chance here.
You're mumbling, Dave. You can't even talk. Is it because you were sleeping?
No, it's just the way I sound. I don't know.
But
what it
look, it doesn't speak good for your record that you've had access to Ion and never bothered to ask anything. There's no human. Where's your curiosity?
Okay, well, I'll figure out something to ask.
And tell your friends that too. You go to your fucking next time you're hanging out with your friends. Say, "Hey fuckers, why don't you ask Ion?" They go, "Who's Ion?" I say, "Oh, this is a very interesting guy. He's totally free. Just ask him some questions." Well, why would we do that? Because you're fucking. Aren't you curious? This is a bit different. Well, who is he? Well, it's non-physical. What's that? Oh, it's not a person. What? You want me to ask a non-person?
Totally
yeah.
free.
You ever done it before? Look, Dave, we want you to become a salesman for our seed.
I have.
No, really. You want to have fun. It's be fun to bring up this stuff to people who don't deserve to know.
Yeah. Don't deserve to know. That's right.
And you just, what is he? He's not a person. Well, what is he? What do you mean not a person? He's non-physical. Non-physical. I go, what's non-physical?
Yeah, I have brought it up with my friends, and exactly the kind of reaction.
I imitated what happened.
Yeah,
yeah. and people. You say, look, you're my friends, but shit, we're not looking very good. I mean, we don't have any not one of us is curious. I mean, hey, buddy, we shouldn't belong in this club. Our club's lousy.
Oh, well, I'll definitely get into it with Ion and everybody.
Yeah, but look, see, you have to look at why are they've got crazy ideas, cliches about things. They don't understand that there could be a new kind of experience.
Yes, I've listened to quite a bit of it, and haven't really spoke up, like you say, but I'll dig something up that I want to get some answers for and put them on the table.
Yeah.
Right on. So you still got the sharks following you, or what?
Beg your pardon?
I say the sharks still following you when you go for your swims, or?
I don't see them. I hope they're not following me. Did I say that?
Who said that? Well, that was Bob, wasn't it?
Yeah, or me. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, when we were having ice cream and stuff there with those girls from.
I mentioned that they follow me.
Yeah, that's what somebody asked you. Apparently, like, did you know that the sharks are following you at that point? Just.
Someone asked me that.
Well, he asked me that, I asked you that. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and what did I say?
You said, "Oh, I've never noticed them."
Yeah. No, Ion said that they've checked me out. I don't know if they're the big ones or not, but he said, yeah, they've checked you out, Bob, and they don't like you. You don't taste good or something. And Ion left it at that.
Well, yeah, that's good enough.
But I was talking to a guy who seems to know he's a surfer, and he said that the sharks don't like people. They don't come around them. They're not looking to get people. Now, you might get misidentified after a rainstorm as a piece of meat and garbage. That can happen, but they basically don't want to mess with humans. That's good news.
Yeah, that is good news. Yeah. We're gonna.
But I swim every day expecting one to lunge at me. I wait for it all the time.
Yeah.
And I have my moves to knock it back.
All right.
And I wonder, well, if I hit him this way, what if I hit him and knock him towards my head? He could bite my head off. That wouldn't be too good. Okay, so I got to figure out. I got to figure out how to hit him without deflecting into my face.
you just punch right in their throat, Bob. Right down their throat.
Yeah.
That's right.
What did you just say? Bite their throat? What? Say it again.
No, just punch them. Just right in the throat. Yeah.
Okay.
Punch them.
Yeah, but they come at an angle. It's all a matter of,
Yeah.
Like I saw James Pusey of Australia. We're watching he said, look at these surfers. So I went on there. And this guy was getting out of the sea on a boat or something, and this shark, big mouth, was lunging at him. It was pretty amazing, and he got out in time. And he then was interviewed by the reporters. Wow, that was pretty close. And he just had his head down. He could hardly answer him. He was like, "What the fuck? I almost got eaten by a shark." Like he was just trying to get over it, I think. But he couldn't say much in the interview. He just kept staring at the ground, frozen. But so I have this image of how they lunge at you. So if they're lunging at you, you know, you got to be able to see they're coming.
Yeah, you don't want to hang around there at lunchtime.
Where did you see?
Every now and then,
I get this interview,
people are swimming. Every time I get this urge to yell, "Shark! Shark!" to just watch everybody scramble on the beach. But I don't.
Well, I know it was last year or whatever, but everybody's running out of the water up, and
on Maui.
Shark, there's on
Like snorkeling just north of there.
Was that Maui? You know?
Cam 3 Beach.
Oh yeah, okay, it was Maui. And
you're mumbling. Where was it?
Big, Cam 3 or something beach or something.
Yeah, that's on here.
North of Cam Beach. And
what happened?
I always mumble. Anyhow, but everybody's running out of the water. There's a shark. There's a shark.
How do you know? You saw this?
Well, I was there.
You actually saw this? Oh, that's interesting.
There at your house, Bob.
Yeah. Bob's in the water. They thought I was a shark. But, okay, so everybody's running out shark. And what'd you do?
But you told Dave that the sharks were following you when Dave came to see you in Hawaii, Bob.
Well, I was drunk at ice cream. You know, I'm not a cult leader. I don't remember what I say. I just make shit up, man.
Girl.
You had a double liter of ice cream that day, I think.
Yes. But what happened when you saw this? People running out, were they screaming?
Everybody.
The next day.
No, it was the same day.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, and all the people were screaming, "There's a shark!" And everybody goes swimming. And so her and her girlfriend.
Did you just say, "I don't care, I was swimming"?
That's what Lloyd says. I don't care. We're going to go swimming. They're not going to bother us.
You said that after seeing people run out of the water.
No.
Yeah.
Well, the same. No, the other, they ran out.
Hey, you should try not mumbling. Yeah. We wouldn't have to break it up so much. I could listen to you.
Yeah.
So what are you trying to say? They ran out, and you said, "Let's go swimming."
No, the people were coming in and said, "There's a big 10-foot shark out there." And Loyette and her girlfriend said, "We don't care. We're coming here to go swimming and snorkeling.
Yeah, but she didn't go in.
Yes, she did. They did, yeah.
Right then?
Yeah, and I'm standing up on the rocks watching for big black things coming through the water.
You could see it? You saw it?
I didn't see the shark, but I seen everybody leave, and then Loyette and her friend Sandy, that you met, Sandy, and they got in the water. We don't care. They don't bother us.
And they did. And what happened?
Well, they swam around for a while, and then they came out.
And everybody, they were the only ones in the water.
Well, yeah, at that point, it was a bunch of lava rock everywhere. That beach, wherever that is.
I think Carolyn snorkeled there.
Yeah, whatever. But
what'd you say?
She says. Here.
I think Carolyn.
She says, "I think Carolyn snorkels there."
Oh yeah.
Second hand.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, she says. Okay.
Yeah, but it's pretty weird that you ignored everybody and went in the water.
Well, I didn't go in.
No, the lady there. The lady there with you.
Yeah, it sounds like a story that Wendy told me.
No, don't say Sarah. You're interrupting. We're trying to get some basics here. So that must. Well, I imagine it was funny. People running out screaming.
Yeah. And they got in the water and said, they don't bother us.
I know that they. So that was pretty crazy, Loyette, doing that. And then you said you were up on the rock and saw a big black thing.
Well, that's what I was looking for. Anything black or something.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it would have done if they did attack her.
What?
I said I don't know what it would have done if there was a big black shark hanging off them. I'm not sure if I'd jump in there and start punching the thing either.
No, you're mumbling again. I missed that funny thing you were saying.
Sort it out, Bob. Punch him.
What? What? Don't interrupt, sir. It's bad enough. What was your last joking thing?
I says, I don't think that I would have jumped in and swam out there to put
Right.
a shark in the head.
Yeah, you wouldn't have.
I already warned them that there's a shark out there. That's good enough, right?
Yeah, and if they go out and the shark attacks, you're not going to help.
Well, yeah, there'll be two of us chewed up, right?
Yeah.
Maybe there was
That's not good.
Of them, I don't know.
Anyway, tell Loyette that was stupid that they went in the water. That's fucking ridiculous.
I'll let you, she's right here. I'll let you talk.
Well, wonderful talking to you, Dave.
Yeah, well...
Or mumbling at you.
Yeah, we'll have to get together one of these days.
No, we won't.
Yeah, Dave, you should talk to Ian. Ian's just as good as Bob.
Yeah, you got to get... you got to start talking to Ion. Just because she's on there, why don't you do it? So it's stupid not to.
Yeah, no, it's just, yeah. Okay.
All right.
Good.
Point made.
Okay.
Bob made his point.
Yeah. Okay, TTFN.
No.
That's right.
No, thank you. I'm not ABC minded. Forget the alphabet when it comes to me.
Well, TTFN?
Yeah, what's that? Thank God it's Friday or something? LOL. LMAO.
Lots of love.
Okay.
WTF.
Yep. TTFN.
Yeah, TTNN.
TTFM.
CBS.
There you go.
NBC.
There you go.
FOX.
The Wild World of Sports. Okay, here we go. Here's
here we go.
Yep.
You guys, you have to tell the shark story.
Well, what you did go in right after everybody ran out?
Well, people didn't run out, and they said it was way far out there, and there were still some scuba divers out there, and I thought, what the hell? Let's just go in here, and it was kind of shallow anyway, and it didn't. wasn't even
Dave
afraid.
lied. We didn't get the accurate picture from Dave.
Yeah, no, well, not really. They did.
He lied.
No,
Dave lied.
He just lied. He made it up.
He made a bunch of shit up. He even claimed he was up on the rock looking for the blackfin. Jesus Christ.
And he was nervous and mumbling. That's how we know he was lying.
Who are you living with, Loyette? FBI?
No.
There's an FBI guy there?
No, they did all come in, and they said, yes, there's a shark out there, and we just got our scuba gear, snorkel gear on. I went, screw that, I'm going snorkeling, I don't care. And I went out, and then Sandy went out behind me, and we were snorkeling around, and Dave's like fretting because he figured this big shark was going to come in and eat us, and he was
You're just enabling his lies, Boyette.
Yeah. But I used to scuba dive around there and other places, and I don't know, I just didn't really, I didn't think he was going to be around, so. And he wasn't.
But somebody said there was a shark, and the people heard it ran in.
Yes,
but you don't know who started it.
Several
who yelled out
came
this?
in.
We should have Kion.
People came in, and some scuba divers came in and said, we were out there, and there's a big shark out there where we were diving. And
well, that's what's interesting, that they were able to see it, and it shows the shark was indifferent to them.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So
that's a good story on that point.
But
you can see them, and they don't attack you. You just get the hell out of there in case they change.
Yeah, I wasn't that far from the shore. I wasn't like I was going to go way out there, so.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad. It was all right. But, no, yeah, Dave was a little upset about it, and he was standing on the rocks making sure that, Jaws didn't come and get us. So. But he's like that. He looks
and
out
you're
for
like
me.
that. Very selfish.
Very selfish. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. Kansas.
That's right. But
yeah.
There's been times
Meanwhile, Linda's trying to figure out how the hell to get out of California.
Oh. Yeah. Should. Yeah. But I don't know.
Did Linda finally go? Yeah, Linda had enough. Linda left.
That's shark talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've been trying to get Dave to call in and talk to Ion, but he listens all the time. Dave's always listening to the shows because I always make.
Well, how does he do that? When does he do that?
When I have we'll be sitting in the backyard or in the living room or something, and it's Saturday night, and I put the show on my phone, and then I let him listen. I said, "Here, listen."
Because you turn the volume on your phone.
Yes, I do.
Does he ever laugh?
Yes.
No, that's good.
Yep.
So he just lets it wash over him. He doesn't know what to think about it.
Yep.
Yeah, he didn't get the point that you have to engage Ion. He just thinks listening is good enough.
Yep. But, other his friends have heard about him, like he said, and my kids listen to you guys in the show. Like my boys, when they're over here visiting, I'll turn it on if it's a Saturday night, and they listen. They kind of go, oh, but now they're listening more. So even Brady, my oldest son, said he wants to talk to Ion, so I think he's about ready.
How old is he?
There's like 33 and 34, 35, 30. Yeah, they're grown up. My oldest
They might be ready.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple more years.
Yeah. But they're on their own. Like they're all working, and my oldest son's married, and his wife's, around, and it's just, we see them quite a bit.
Well, I get, it seems Ion does sound too human.
Yeah. But
people would think he's some guy who can talk fast or something.
Yeah. I think because of his southern accent with JW's accent, for me it doesn't bother me because I grew up around that in Wichita, and so I'm used to hearing those colloquialisms that he brings up, and like those he lies like a rug. Well, I heard that all my life, that kind of stuff. So it's not like he wasn't strange to me, and the accent didn't bother me. I was comfortable with it, so I kind of absorbed it and accepted it, and I knew that they are not human bodies talking through, but I knew it was JW kind of started it up. That kind of thing. I was never questioning that at all, but people that listen, like Dave and other people, they kind of think it's a channeler, like, what's her name, Seth, and that kind of stuff. They assume it's like that. And I don't
they
really
think they think it's a channeled entity.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's...
Well, they're just as good as one.
Yeah, and I don't want to confirm that with them, but I have no other way of explaining that to them. This is non-physical, and they kind of their eyes get glassed over, like, oh yeah. So it's really hard to explain.
Tell them it's ET contact. It's a fucking ET.
It's non-physical.
Yes.
It's non-physical.
Tell them it's their non-physical.
Yeah, but
I've said that.
That talk with Terry Gilmore, who has been on in 8-9 years.
Mm-hmm.
She had all the normal cliches of a New Age kind of thinking.
Mm-hmm. This
is what I got. I got to get Ed to excerpt her, like I told her. We're gonna have a title like "Everything this New Ager says so confidently is wrong," according to Ion.
Yeah.
I love that Allison said you should listen again. And instead of doing that, she called and was going to enlighten Ion with all of these interesting
Wait. What did you start off saying? Ion told her to listen again?
Allison said, Terry, you should listen again. And so she called in instead.
To tell Ion.
To tell Ion what's up.
Yeah. Ridiculous. And so, yeah, she's just riddled with cliches.
She just called in just recently then? Terry?
Oh, tonight. Terry called in tonight.
Oh, shoot. Maybe I missed her. I mean, I was listening to people talk, but I didn't really... Huh, okay. I must have missed that
Yeah,
part.
she was at the beginning, I think.
Okay, because I didn't come on till later.
So you were not listening at the first part of the show.
I didn't start listening to the show until probably before the second hour or whatever. I missed about 45 minutes of it, I think. So
well, why would you do that? Because if I hadn't just brought up, you would have missed one of our best items.
I know that. I saw the chat, and I thought, oh my God, I've got to re-listen to this. So I'm going to do that tomorrow morning. Because
they mentioned Terry.
No, I think Madeline or somebody said, well, I don't know. I read something like, wow, this is great, blah, blah, blah. And I said, oh, shit, I just missed something really good.
Yeah, you missed something, but you didn't know what it was. And you don't remember her name.
No, I don't remember Terry, but maybe in the beginning, in the first.
Well, I had a private conversation. She didn't listen that much, but she called in a few times. But Elsa told me she thought I was Lucifer, so I had a private conversation about that. I said, what do you mean? What was it? She was quite convinced. But then I gave her credit tonight. She was close. Dark Soul's a friend of Lucifer's or something.
Yeah. Huh. I got to hear it then. I'll listen to it in the morning.
Yeah.
Wow, I missed something good. Really good.
Well, do you remember Terry?
She taught Iron a lot tonight on the show.
Yeah.
What?
Do you remember Terry?
Sarah.
No, I'm asking you. Do you remember this Terry Gilmore?
A little bit, just vaguely the name.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd have to, once I listen to her, I'll probably go, oh yeah, right. Wasn't she that? No, maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. It had they were kind of weird, like her and her husband.
No, that's Duffy and those two. But what Terry did as a kid, she saw the mall and the suburb get developed before it happened or something. Or she saw it being built and then it wasn't there. You remember that story?
Something vaguely, yeah. She was really, really weird in some way. I can't quite remember. Yeah. Okay. I'll have to listen to it tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's it. You're dismissed.
I'm dismissed now?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You can go home. Get off work early today.
Yeah. I'm not working anymore. I retired. Yeah!
Wow. Well,
I'm going to find other things to do, though.
Right. You're retired, but if you know our stuff, then you can live forever, and you got a pension, so it doesn't matter or something,
I know. I'm working all that out. Ion's helping me. They're helping me for sure.
So you sleep in?
Yeah, I get to sleep. Well, sometimes I'll get up and go exercise, and I'll go to aerobics, or what's tomorrow, Wednesday?
So you get total slack. Right now you're enjoying not working.
I love it. I totally love it. Yeah.
Well, very good.
Yeah, slack is good. Except I get too slacky, and then I got to shake myself up and start moving. So.
Yep.
Once in a while, I kind of feel I should do these OA movements, but I do them, and it's okay. It's like some people are so, I don't know. Anyway, I won't bring up the OA movements because it's a touchy subject. But
no, let's hear it.
Well, I just get this urge, okay, I should be doing them. Oh, I don't feel like doing the OA movements. I'll do them tomorrow. No, I'll do them the next day. And then I'll do them, but I don't go all the way through. I'll do the spurts, like little snips, like the first movement, second one, and then I'll do them all the way through. I still don't know them. But then after I finish doing them, I feel good. It's like, wow, what just happened? So
that's interesting.
There must be something to them. I was trying to dismiss them, like, what the heck? They're just weird movements. But there must be something, and I'll have to ask Ian about that again, but I don't want to go over it and over it and over it.
Yeah, ask him why you felt good.
Yeah. Yeah, I should. Maybe I'm stabilizing myself because I do get a little uneasy about what's going on. So.
Okay, goodbye.
Okay, right. Okay, bye, guys. Bye, everybody.
Yeah.
Whoever else is here.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
So,
It says bye.
Okay, bye. So, there's nobody here. There's a bunch of anonymous. They're not saying anything. I ain't hanging around for Sarah, so what the hell? Nick is gone? SIP. It's like Nick and Michael.
But seriously, are they either one of them really on?
Say it again.
That Bob, look,
no, what did you just say? Repeat what you
are
said.
either of them really on? But
yes,
regardless,
one of them is there's one South Africa. I think there has to be. The other one is an SIP, but it doesn't say South Africa, so I'm not sure. But usually they're SIP. So and then there's 4 blocked. So anybody other than you, Sarah, there's nobody here. Everybody went home.
Well, okay, but like, what were you saying? Okay, what you said that you saw an interview with a guy who was being chased by a shark, and he was looking down and he couldn't make eye contact with the camera.
When did I say that?
Just like a little bit ago. To
a
this day, like.
Oh, I just made that up.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody talk about a shark in an interview, I don't think.
I had a really good time tonight with your shark story, so thank you for that, Bob.
Yeah, they were good, weren't they? Yeah, they were good.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so it's just us two. That's not right. We can't
No,
be left
it's not
alone
right.
with Sarah.
Better go.
No. Right. So, no, really, there's 3 unavailable, 3 anonymous. They're not speaking. Linda's not even here anymore. Everybody just left without even saying goodbye, for fuck's sake. Rude. Very rude. Okay, well, that's it. Nothing else to say. We're finished.
All right.
Okay, have a good evening or morning, whatever's happening.
Yeah. You too.
Okay. Goodbye. Wow. Oh, I forgot to hang up.
Come on, give us some food.